In both cases, you have the problem of how do you deal with this category minority within polities that are becoming majority defined, which are becoming majoritarian nation states, if not nationalized empires. This category, therefore, grappling with this category of minority is crucial for both Zionism and Muslim nationalism, as is the corresponding category majority. How can one be a minority? How can one resist becoming a minority? Should one actually try to become a majority? These are the kinds of questions that inform both movements. The historiography focuses on the emergence of Muslim nationalism out of its regional context. So it's either a history about British India or at most about the British Empire. Whereas what I think is more important is the fact that Muslim, like Indian nationalism, had by the end of the First World War already broken through the crust of British terms and categories. And both these movements had become globalized, just as Zionism was globalized. So they are taking their influences and their modes of thought from all over the world. In particular, Muslim nationalism is informed by the emergence of these new ideological forms, communism, most importantly, but also fascism to some degree. And these forms are important not only because in the interwar period they seem to, as it were, herald the future of politics itself around the world, but also because they are formed explicitly on the basis of ideas. That with communism particularly, what you have is the attempt to reject the past, to reject all that is given to a people, and to form a polity within an explicitly global context. And that is what Muslim nationalism really finds attractive. It too would like to constitute a Pakistani nation, if you will, within a global context, global Islam being the global context here, but also one that is premised upon the rejection of the Indian past. They are utopian to some degree, of course, though at the same time, in all cases, you have the attempt to make them into realities, often in a very, very brutal way. And so they become realities. They don't remain utopian in that use of that of the word utopia. They are as real as anything can be. The thing that makes them distinct is the explicit reliance upon the idea and nothing else. Of course, those who create polities on the basis of what is inherited by a people are also mythical in some sense, right? I mean, what one is meant to inherit as an Englishman or something is largely a kind of invention of tradition. It's a myth in its own right. But it provides a